Welcome to your 25-minute morning yoga flow. This is a practice for all levels with modifications depending on your practice. We'll go ahead and begin in child's pose. Spread the knees as wide as is comfortable. Send the hips back over the heels. Reach the arms forward and rest your forehead on the mat. Begin to settle in. Bring your entire awareness to this moment here right now. Start to breathe in and out, allowing the breath to bring energy and life into the body. Breathe space into the front, the back, and the sides of the body as you feel the ribs and chest expand with each breath. And give yourself permission to begin your day today with a fresh, clean slate. Whatever troubles, concerns, or to-do lists you might have, just put all of that off to the side for now. Allow yourself to spend these next 20 minutes or so to simply breathe, de-stress, and move your body. Start to gently rock your head from side to side, massaging out your temples and your forehead. And on your next inhale, lift yourself up to Tabletop Pose. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders and your knees underneath the hips. We'll start to warm up the spine with a few rounds of cats and cows. On your next inhale, drop the belly and lift your gaze. Exhale, round through the back, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale to open the heart, and exhale to round through the spine. Continue to move here on your own, following the breath, warming up the spine from the base of the skull all the way down to the tailbone. Come back to a neutral tabletop. We'll come into melting heart pose. Keep the hips stacked over the knees and walk the hands forward. Press your forearms down and rest your forehead on the mat. Hips lift up high and core slightly engaged, so think of hugging your belly towards your spine. Press down into the palms and feel a nice deep stretch in the shoulders and the chest. Taking nice, full, deep breaths here. With your next breath, lift your gaze slightly. And then slide your right arm underneath the left for thread the needle. Right cheek and shoulder rests on the mat. You can keep your left palm extended out in front of you, or you can come up on the fingertips. Maybe walk them over to the right corner of the mat to deepen the stretch. Continue to focus on your inhales and your exhales. Place your left palm down, untwist, extend the right arm out in front of you, and thread the left arm underneath the right. Left cheek, left shoulder, come down to the mat. Again, the right palm can stay flat or you can come up on the fingertips. Option to walk the fingers over to the left corner of the mat. Breathe here. Place the right palm down, untwist, extend both arms out in front of you. Take one last breath here in your melting heart pose. And then lift yourself up, come back into tabletop. Walk the hands forward just a few inches, tuck the toes, lift the hips, come into downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide, press into the palms and knuckles of the hands. Relax the head and neck. Keep your left leg straight, bend your right knee. Straighten out your right leg and bend your left knee. Keep alternating here on your own, bending one knee at a time, just getting a stretch in the back of the legs. Try to keep the weight even in the hands. Straighten out both legs, gaze at your feet, and then walk your hands all the way to the back of the mat. You can bend your knees here if it feels better. We'll come into a forward fold twist. Straighten out the left leg and bend your right knee. The right hand or fingertips will come to the ground. It's also okay if they float a few inches off the mat here. Lift your left arm up and come into a twist. Take a few breaths here as you open the chest. Exhale, plant your left hand down, bend the left knee, right leg straightens and right arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, right hand comes down, forward fold. Interlace your hands behind your back, straighten the elbows, and lift your fist up and over. Press the palms together to deepen the stretch in the shoulders, breathing space into the hamstrings, the chest, the belly. On your next exhale, release the hands out in front of you and walk back out into downward facing dog. Take 2 to 3 breaths here. Gaze forward, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, bringing your hands to your shins. Gaze forward. Exhale, release. Root down through the feet, come all the way up to stand, reaching the arms up overhead. Find a slight back bend as you ground down and press the hips forward. Lift the heart and reach the fingertips back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up again, find a slight back bend. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, step the left foot back, drop the back knee down. Ground down through the right foot. And then inhale to reach the arms up overhead. Spine is straight, shoulders stacked over the hips. Gazing forward, now you can stay here, or if you'd like, you can lift the right heel up off of the mat, coming up high on the right toes. Activating the calf muscles. Take a few more breaths here. And then drop the right heel down. If you took that variation, open up into a twist towards the right. Right arm comes behind you, left arm reaches forward. Reverse low lunge. Right hand will come to the back of the left thigh or the left calf. And then reach your left arm up and over. Breathing space into the side body. One more breath. Open the arms back out into a T, and then reach the right arm forward, both arms come up. Twist to the left arm comes behind you, right arm reaches forward. Reverse low lunge, left hand will come to the back of the left thigh or the calf, reaching your right bicep towards your ear. Press the hips down, feel that deep stretch in your left hip flexor. Good, open the arms out wide again, and then cartwheel the hands down, framing your front foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, come up into a high lunge. Reach the arms up overhead, hips and chest face forward. Right knee stays stacked over the right ankle. Big breath in as you exhale, warrior two. Back foot spins flat, parallel to the back of the mat, gaze forward. Keep the weight even between the legs. Extended side angle, right elbow comes on top of the right thigh, left bicep towards your ear. Ground down through the outer blade of the back foot. Keep the core engaged. Come back into warrior two. Straighten out the front leg, triangle pose, leaning your weight forward. Right hand will come to your shin or down to the mat. Left arm reaches up. Left shoulder stays stacked over the right shoulder. Breathe into the side body. Energetically squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Keep the core engaged, lift yourself back up. Keep the legs as they are, reverse triangle. Left hand comes to the back leg, reach the right arm up and over. Come back into triangle pose. Right hand comes down, left arm comes up. Gaze down at your mat. Place your left hand down and then walk your hands towards the center of the mat and then come to face the back of your mat. So you're turning all the way to the back, stepping your foot forward to come into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Ground down through the feet. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, palms touch overhead, slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Open the heart. Exhale, forward fold, ride the breath down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, step the right foot back, drop the back knee down. Ground down through the left foot, find your balance. Reach the arms up as you inhale. Knit the rib cage together, keep the core slightly engaged. Now you can stay here or you can lift the left heel up off of the mat. Activating your calf muscles, strong through the legs. Release the left heel down if you took that variation, twist to the left. Left arm comes behind you, right arm reaches forward. Reverse low lunge. Left hand will come to the back of the thigh or the calf, reaching the right bicep towards your ear. Keep pressing the hips down. One more breath. Extend the arms out wide into a T. Reaching the left arm up, and then both arms come back up to come into your low lunge, facing forward. Exhale, twist to the right, right arm comes behind you, left arm reaches forward. Right hand comes to the back of the leg, whatever variation you'd like, and then reach that left arm up and over. Extend the arms out wide and then cartwheel the hands down to frame the left foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, coming into high lunge. Reach the arms up overhead, gaze forward. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, warrior two. Back foot spins flat. Hips and chest face the right side of the mat. Gaze forward, soften the shoulders away from the ears. An extended side angle. Left elbow comes on top of the left thigh. Big side body stretch. Finding a straight line all the way from the right fingertips down to the right heel. Come back into warrior two. Straighten out the left leg, triangle pose, lean forward. Left hand comes to your shin or to the mat, gazing up at your fingertips. One more breath. Keep the legs and the core engaged. Press down into the feet to lift yourself back up. Keep the legs as they are. Reverse triangle. Right hand will come to the back leg. Breathing space into the left side body. Come back into triangle pose. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up. And then release your right hand down to the mat. Turn to face the long ways of your mat. Toes in, heels out slightly. We'll come into a wide-legged forward fold. Spread the legs as wide as is comfortable, and then interlace the hands behind the low back. Press the palms together, straighten out the elbows, reaching the fist up and then over, crown of the head reaching towards the ground. Hips stay lifted up high, keep a slight bend in the knees here. Breathe into the backside body and keep the weight even between the toes and the heels of the feet. Release your hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands to the front of the mat, stepping your foot back into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then release your knees down to the mat. Come into a seated position, crossing the legs. Rest your hands on top of your knees, lengthen through your spine, relax the shoulders down. Close your eyes. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder, breathing into the left side of the neck, and then roll your chin towards your chest. Roll your left ear to your left shoulder, and then roll the head back. Continuing to find circles here with the head, stretching out the neck, releasing any tension in the upper body. Switch directions of your circles, moving the opposite way now. Feel free to pause anywhere that might feel particularly tender or tight. Continue to use your breath to allow your muscles to soften and relax. Bring your head back to center. Uncross the legs and then come to lay all the way down on your back. Keep your knees bent, feet hip width distance apart. Preparing to come into bridge pose. Relax the arms alongside the body, palms face down. Press into the feet to lift the hips up high. Keep the knees stacked over the heels. Breathe here. Engage the glutes slightly. Relax the chin away from the chest. Take one more breath. And then slowly release the hips back down to the mat. Hug the knees into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. Keep the right knee hugged into your chest and extend the left leg long, grounding down through the left heel. Take a big breath in, and then as you exhale, float the right leg across the body all the way over to the left. Left hand comes onto the knee as you open the right arm out wide, gazing over the right shoulder as you breathe into your twist. Close the eyes here. Let your shoulders relax into the ground. Float the right leg back towards center. Hug your left knee into your chest and extend the right leg long. Grounding down through the right heel, take a big breath in. As you exhale, twist the left leg across the body all the way over to the right. Extend the left arm out wide, resting your right hand on top of your knee, gazing over to the left. Bring the left leg back across the body and then hug both knees into your chest. Bring your forehead towards your knees and then release your head back down. Come into happy baby. Reach your arms inside of your legs, wrapping your fingers around the outside of your feet, opening up your hips. And when you're ready, slowly release the feet down to the ground. We'll end our class here today in reclined butterfly pose, bringing the soles of the feet together and opening the knees out wide. Bring the heels closer towards your torso to deepen the stretch. If this is too much for you, you can slide the feet further away from your body, or you can simply come into Shavasana if you prefer to take that position, extending the legs out in front of you. Place your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your low belly. Coming back to your natural flow of breath. Connecting to your inhales and your exhales, and feeling the subtle rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. Feeling the expansion of your belly beneath your fingertips. Close your eyes here if they're not yet closed already. And just take a moment to fully appreciate this time here right now. Find gratitude for your body, for your breath, and for yourself for making time to practice on your mat here today. Feel free to stay here for a little while longer. This is where I will leave you here today. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next class soon. Namaste.